Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now, we're live on Facebook, my Facebook page, my Facebook group, so make sure you follow both of those, and my YouTube page, but also make sure you follow the podcast on Spotify and Apple and Amazon. 1, 2, I'm in the place to be with Unoriginalfeen. How you doing?
Hello. I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. So that's an interesting name.
Yes. If you want to learn more about my name, I'll give you a little bit here, but I have on my website, which is unoriginalfeen.com. It's a about Unoriginalfeen blog, which will tell you more about where my name came from, which is basically just the MySpace era where everybody was like original boy fly or original girl like Steez or something.
Then I see it says author, radio personality, health and yoga enthusiast, and content creator.
Yes.
What's up? So which one came first?
I guess technically being an author came first because it came from my health internship teaching my book, which was originally a board about the chakras for spirituality to middle schoolers and then my second and third graders. And then the radio personality came along after leaving school. So, and then everything else. So I guess yoga has always been there as well, from gym, taking classes through school. So.
And then are you from Chicago?
I am.
Okay. So how did you get, tell us about your background. Like, how did you get involved with even learning about chakras and spirituality and health and all that?
So my background, I don't want to say everybody's background is in the church, but I really got started just in learning more things in church. Sometimes when you read the Bible, there's questions in there and there's things you don't know. And it's mentioned in the Bible, but I more so got my start deeper into the chakras, if you will, through a book. It was teaching you about mantras, and then I learned about the frequencies and music notes that are related to it. And then I started to do more research. And so it so happened that when I picked the topic out of the bag, it was about that. So I was able to do more research starting into the chakras. So that's what really tipped it off. And that was in like 2015. So it's been a long journey.
Yeah, then I see you have your name of your book is called the Chakra Educational Book, Navigating the Life of the Energy of Life.
Yes, sir.
And then you got a instrumental to go with the album, right? Instrumental album.
I do.
All right. So how did you come about that? Like, tell us how long it took you to come out with that, publish it, and everything.
That process was actually kind of swift, and I do contribute that to being a radio host and like helping people as far as managing and getting their songs played and things of that nature. So I kind of knew what to do as far as explaining it and finding the proper producer and just really making sure I find somebody who can get that concept down without copywriting or stealing anything was interesting. So trying to talk with producers, I know a lot of people, so I went to like some high level people, but then I realized that sometimes you just need simplicity. And so it came about, I found a producer named Vicious Vaughn, and I was like, hey, do you know anything? He's into martial arts. So that has its own different relation to spirituality, if you will. So he kind of understood. I sent him my book and I was like, hey, I'm thinking about doing something like this. I sent him an album I had always listened to on SoundCloud and just my actual personal playlist on YouTube. So he was like, okay, I think I can do something. And then he actually produced them really, really quick. So he just did a tester. It took us like maybe, well, I'll say him because he really did all of the work. So thank you. And it mostly took him like, I guess to say a good 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then that process was just, that was actually really swift, I will say. It's starting to pop up on more and more platforms every day, but the Chakra Album is available on all streaming platforms. And that link is also available on my website on the homepage. You'll see the flyer, and it's also labeled.
So what's important about chakras and stuff? Like, why is that important to write a book about?
Because it's the energy in not just my life, not just your life, it's everyone's life. And these are the 7 energy points that are related to just the makeup of you, from your health to what you eat to what you, I don't want to say favorite, if you will. So the book, I would say, is mostly important, and chakras are important to me, not spiritual wise, because I say my background is coming from a church, because it's more health related for me. I want people to focus on taking the book. Okay, if I have this issue, so okay, this is what I am dealing with. This is a yoga position that I can add into my workout, maybe, or this is an essential oil I can diffuse in my house to make me feel better, perhaps, or let me just hold this crystal in my hand and just say or chant it out. So just giving people a little bit of different holistic health options while also still going to the doctor, even if you are hesitant. But you know,
Because isn't it like your chakras, like you know how people have you like, oh, I had a good feeling about it. That's your chakras.
I would say that may be your intuition.
Uh huh.
Your intuition.
And then what do you?
I feel like that's an energy.
Mm. Then you use essential oils.
I do.
Which
I
ones
actually
you like? I got some too. I got a lot of them. I got a diffuser right here.
you do. Let's see. I
Ain't
have
nothing
that.
in it. Ain't nothing in it though. I need to put something in it.
Really, the different essential oils. See, you're activating different chakras. You're preventing some bacteria in your house.
Yeah, I like it. I have like once all this stuff got start the COVID and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I got like 4 or 5 of them in the house, and I be putting like tea tree oil or just different types of oils. But I like my favorite. I think my go to is probably tea tree.
It's tea tree.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're trying to prevent some sickness, throw some orange in there.
Yeah, I got that one too.
Yep. See, calm the people down with some lavender.
I probably got like I used to be into cologne, but I just do little body oils now. I don't do cologne. So I think my cologne habit went away, and I picked up an essential oil habit.
Mm-hmm.
So I got like probably like 30 or 40 of them. And then I even I'm a distributor for that Young Living. So I got the expensive ones, but I don't be wanting to use them. Like I keep buying the ones off Wish, Amazon, or Big Lots, and I use those first. But the Walmart ones, I don't like those at all. It seems like the Walmart ones ain't really good.
No, I will say five below, even though I have other discrepancies with them. But yeah, five
all
below.
right. And then tell us about I see you say you've been at the radio station since 2017.
Yes, 16.
Okay, so how did that happen?
How did I? So I work for Chi-Town Urban Radio with DJ Malone. We're hosted on Chicago 773, which is a app, or you can also look us up. We can play online, and we have an Instagram as well. So it's 12 to 2 Monday through Friday. Thank you for letting me plug that. That started in 2016. I kind of like left school and I didn't really know what to do. So I just Googled radio stations in Chicago, and I ended up getting a reply back from DJ Malone, and I ended up sitting in the studio with him, had a little test run, and then ever since then we've just been working. I've been learning so much.
So what is like the niche of y'all show? Like what's kind of like y'all thing that makes your show unique?
We don't have, I don't want to say a filter. We don't have a filter. We give you our rants of the day. We give you all, not just the gossip of like the celebrities and things. We're giving you actual news. We're giving you, I don't want to call them conspiracies, but we're making you think. We're bringing up our topics of the day, which there's nothing that everybody deals with and everybody goes through. And we allow people to call in and talk with us as well.
Hello, can you hear me? Yeah, it was acting funny for a minute. I can hear you now. Yeah, that whole part was kind of real choppy. What was you saying?
Okay. So basically, what makes Chi-Town Urban Radio unique is, I would say, our uniqueness, our banter, our topics of the day, which are just real live things that we go through. We ask questions. We allow people to comment on social media. They can call in. We do games on the show, pranks. We just kind of, we just are. So that's my favorite.
And what kind of music y'all playing? out there?
We play a variety of music. We play like hot music. We play underground music. We do our throwbacks. We sneak in a wide variety, to be honest. Yeah.
What kind of music you like? Who's
So
some of your favorite artists?
mm, some of my genres, I would say I've become a neo soul reggae. I do listen to a lot of frequencies now. I will say that my favorite artist rap wise, I will say, would be No Name, Tierra Whack, old Doja Cat before she got mainstream. Who else? I love Neo now. I love Skip Marley as well in the Wailers. Oh, Black Uhuru. But that
Yeah,
shit towards.
I was seeing it was talking about your background in mentoring, research, diversity, inclusion, disability, accessibility, and accommodations.
Yeah.
So I was gonna ask you, what's that about?
So all my background experience from school. So the diversity and inclusion was basically just going around from living environment, talking about different things from accessibility to race to, mm, yeah, it's just different things under the umbrella of diversity. We also covered gender very heavily before this big transition that we've been seeing now, as far as educating people about pronouns and things of that nature. And then what else was on there that you asked about? Here, let me go on here.
Yeah, I was just looking at your. Yeah, I'm just looking at your bio.
Look, I know I'm going in here so I can touch those other points. I'm sorry. Not blog. So we talked about the yoga enthusiast. I would say that comes honestly just from when I was in school. Everybody tries to get out of swimming and things of that nature. I enjoyed swimming. I didn't mind gym, but I found myself in more yoga classes for gym. And that
Mhm.
became a thing that even transitioned to college because sometimes that counts as your credit. And then that transitioned to my personal life. And then I also use the chakra poses that are in the book as well. So that's what
So
the
what?
yoga. Go ahead, I'm
I
sorry.
would say, so what's next for you right now? What you say is next?
I still haven't had my official book release party, and I want to get my books from overseas when they're done taxing us because of the 19. Um, but I do have another book in the works, but I have to fill it out myself first before I release it because it's a journal based book about healing.
Mm. What about healing?
It just digs in all parts of your life. So it touches on, I don't want to say all of the dimensions of wellness, but it touches on a lot of parts. It touches on moms, dads, finances, past, emotions.
Now I would say, did you take the COVID vaccine?
Hmm? You gonna
Did you?
talk about this on the tube?
Yeah.
You say, did I? No, sir.
Yeah.
No,
Are you gonna take it?
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. And I don't know. I might change. I might. I don't know. I'm in the final hour. I might not do it though. 'Cause I'm like, I read some crazy stuff. Like I saw this on YouTube. So shit, they can't get mad at me for saying what I found on YouTube. But I guess the Johnson and Johnson, they said they it started with fetus DNA, like
Oh yes,
from a boy. Yeah,
that's in a lot of stuff. We've talked about that on air too. That's in a lot of stuff. That's in a lot of meat. That's in the vaccine. Anything that you're injecting to prevent something is, how do I say this? I don't know. Okay, so I have a podcast called The Fathers of Modern Medicine. It explains to you why we are doing and how we do the things in health that we are doing today. That is on my website, and that's also, if you Google Unoriginalfeen, that will pop up. But that is, I cannot confirm that that is true, but I strongly believe that that is true, and that is in a lot of other things as well. which is why the promotion for certain things are higher than others. And if I was just listening to I'm out at my mom's and she lives in a different, like I live in Chicago and she lives elsewhere. So I was listening to a commercial and it literally just said that COVID is not in the vaccine, but I don't understand personally how that is possible because you have to put it inside of me in order to prevent it. That's just how it works. So
I haven't took any vaccines in a while, so I'm like iffy on it. I'm thinking about it, but I'm just like, I don't know.
I'm up to my vaccination standards and stuff, and I have my shot record, but I just need everything to make sense, and I would hope everybody just thinks that way. They do their own research, not just Google, but go to the Google Scholar tab is different. That's the best suggestion that I honestly have.
What's Google? People might not know what's Google Scholar. What is that?
Google Scholar is basically it's a credible source that you can use for research.
Yeah, like college papers and stuff.
Or if you just have a question and you really are not sure and you want an official answer and you don't want to search through the regular Google to find a .org or a .edu or a .lib or geo. Yeah. Just that's it.
So what else do you want the people to know about you?
My end goal is a community center. I just want to help people, and not even in a traditional way like here, eat this fruit or do this. It's just a simple, what do you need help with? And I think that's just because how everyone has always been with me.
Let's ask, I know that you have a store. I was going to ask you what kind of products you sell.
So on my store right now, I currently only have a book, but I do make jewelry on the side. I have a chakra kit. I have notebooks, stickers, bags, earrings. Did I say I said necklaces? I'm just in the process of creating. Just my goal is now to more focus on album sales and more promotion of my book. And if anybody is watching this, you all can go to unoriginalfeen.com shop and go to the ebook. In the ebook only, type in the code promo and you can download a free copy of my book. To Kimmy Coop, what do I think about Tantra? Do it on yourself first before you do it with people, and always research before you do things. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Tantra?
Yeah, what does
that mean? Tantra is technically like harnessing of your sexual energy, if you will.
So you basically telling her to like do it, like masturbate first with herself?
I mean, sometimes it can be that because some people don't know how to.
That's like with the feather and stuff. Like people put the feather in you, right?
If that's what makes them happy, it could be,
or is it
just whatever their love language is, if you will, or how it's just about what they talk about and consent about beforehand.
Do you have like any like do you coach anything to people?
I want to. Well, I don't want to say I want to start. I have a whole yoga series written down. I'm just not sure how to put it out because I'm more of a people person with the COVID going around. I want to say I haven't really been able to interact and hold the community events and just pop up and say, hey, we can do this here, or really schedule large events. So it's been kind of hard to reach any community that I've been a part of, to be honest. But virtually on my website, I do, and I will start yoga classes. But as far as anything that I will have teaching, which should be on Anchor, on my podcast, which is available on Spotify, Apple, all the platforms. And then YouTube, I have the breakdowns of my book, doing certain yoga positions. I have upcoming videos showing you the crystals and just teaching you different things about the chakra. So if you can't read, don't want to read, don't have the time, you can just listen or view.
What's your favorite, what's some of your favorite crystals?
Some of my favorite crystals?
Yeah.
I love a quality quartz.
Which one's that one?
Quartz can either be clear or it can be rose. Wait, give me 1 second. I have a good. So this, bad camera directioning. This is a this is a quartz.
Okay, it's tight.
So I'm gonna just throw that back here.
We be doing moon water, me and my wife. You know about moon water?
One more time.
Moon water.
Moon water, like yes, charging water under the
moon.
Yes. You're supposed to bury your see with crystals too. You can I don't want to say bury them. You can charge them by burying them or leaving them in the sun as well. So you're hip. You're in the now.
I know a little bit.
You just good. My other favorite is hematite, but I cannot find mine right now, but it will pop back up when it's ready. So, yes.
All right. So, what else? Yeah. So, describe your creative process.
Okay. So I have to write it down, then I have to draft a copy of whatever it is. But before that, I have to plan it, and then after I draft that copy, I would either try to find somebody to create it in that process. I just wish you all luck and speed and meeting good people in your process of creating things. So if I don't get somebody to create it, I create it myself. So my creative process is a little bit longer because I just learned how to delegate. I'm not going to fib to you. At the beginning of this year. So it's been a little long. That's why I don't want to say I don't have anything, but I'm making my things from hand. I want to test them out. I want to know that it's a quality thing and know how I can explain it to people of any caliber, whether it be like an 8-year-old or 85-year-old.
Well, why is it good to delegate?
You say,
why is it good to delegate? Because you say you just learned to delegate. So I said, why is that good? Why is it good to delegate?
Because you'll go crazy trying to learn how to do everything. It's fun. But sometimes you want to master things. And sometimes you're just not good at everything, although you can learn how to do it or you do an okay job at it. So, for example, I'm not a producer. I can't play an instrument. So I had no option but to delegate. I may work for a radio station, may have helped people, but obtaining interviews for myself has been different. So I had to delegate that process, and that I'm grateful that I did. I tried to delegate somebody to graphically design my book, but they didn't understand, even though, like I said, I created a hard copy, literally got a book, got some glue, copied and pasted, wrote it together and sent it. It's just sometimes you just can't do everything, and it's just life. So I said you have to plan it also.
All right. Well, I say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Thank you for having me politicking with you.
No doubt. You want to tell me your social media and everything?
Hey, what's your social media? Because I think I've been tagging the wrong person.
Nah, I think you've been tagging me, PoPolitickin, and then just 2 Black brothers.
That's my hashtag, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, we'll see.
But you all can find me at unoriginalfeen.com, and if it's not right there, it's spelled UNORIGINALFEEN. And if you go to my homepage and you scroll all the way to the bottom, all my social media links are there. But my name on everything is Unoriginalfeen. That's YouTube. That's Google if you want to read my reviews. Acuity if you want to book a service. Facebook. And my Instagram is Unoriginalfeen Collections with a K, because my personal Instagram is Unoriginalfeen, and it's kind of my scrapbook. So if you all want to see my journey, I will add a few people on there.
All right, y'all. We out. You got any shout outs?
Yes, shout out to Chi-Town Urban Radio, DJ Malone, lead DJs, DJ Spins, Chicago 773 Radio, and the PoPolitickin Show.
Cool. Yeah, I want you